Welcome back, hockey fans, APBA Hockey fans. Time for another hockey video. Haven't done one in a while. Super Bowl's all done. Um, you know, it's right in the middle of hockey season, college basketball season, and just waiting for baseball season to pick up. So, I wanted to get this video out just to generally, we're going to talk about some APBA Hockey, how I do score sheets, just how I play the game, and just go to a couple things here. Dave Gardner, he put out that great video with the Sabres and the Maple Leafs. Very entertaining this week, showing his different style plays and everything. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to cover just a little bit of my setup, what I'm doing right now here with APBA Hockey. Just playing one-off games. I just set up two for specific reasons here. So we were talking last night in the Friends of the Community live show, which was tremendous. I mean, it was probably the most entertaining group shows in a while. That was very, very, very much a good time. But they were talking about Piles of Shame. So what I have here is, so what I did this morning is I went to one of my piles of shame. I have many of them. And we got the 2003-04 NHL season, which I pulled out, which is a set I bought probably, I don't know, like 5 years ago or so. And I never touched it. I never played one single game of that set after I bought it. So the reason I bought that is I'm a big fan of the... and this is a lot of people, just like I like steroid era, people don't like that. I like that New Jersey Devils clutch and grab, neutral zone trap. The Red Wings with their left wing lock. I love that style of hockey. Because I think really low scoring hockey games are really all more exciting. Just the sustained tension of who's going to get that first goal. So what I'm going to do here is I first want to show you guys how I do my score sheet. So here's what it looks like. Now, how I choose the players who plays each, I do 4 forward lines and 3 defensive pairs for every game. And what I go by, I'm an APBA purist, so I actually use the roster sheet APBA provides with their seasons, and I don't care if these are right or wrong. I'm just going by, this is what APBA said was their first line, this is what APBA says their second line, their third line, fourth line. This is who APBA said was their first defense, second defense, third defense, and this was their starting goalie. And I do that for every single game of APBA I play. I don't go by has played or anything like that. And what I do so far is line shifts, and I've showed this on one of my other videos, but I'm going to show it again. When they started the APBA Hockey National Tournament, Steve Scoff, he's an APBA Hall of Famer, he came up with the rules for the tournament, and I think it is fantastic, because before that I was only doing like 3 lines of 3 forward pairs, which isn't really realistic in today's modern hockey. And the original instructions said to play them for like 10 time sequences, which would have been like 5-minute shift, which also isn't super realistic. But what I did was I went to the rules, and I use 8 time sequences a shift. So first group is a first forward pair, first defensive pair. Second group is the second forward pair, second defensive pair. Third group is third forward pair, third defensive pair. Fourth line would be the fourth line with back up to the first, so the 4s and the 1s play. So they're paired up with the first defensive pair. And then the last shift will be the second line with the so that will be with the, actually that would be the first forward line again with the second defensive pair. So you could see you do get a mix of players on the ice during the game. So the same group is the same forward pair isn't always with the same defensive pair. Now, what I do to handle ODAI, and Dave, I know I definitely appreciate guys who tweak the games to their liking, which is fantastic. That's what's nice about these games; they're very tweakable. I actually enjoy the ODAI checks that a lot of folks find it's kind of a little bit cumbersome. But I look at it, how I handle is I write down on the left side here that the defensive totals for that forward line. So this is the 0304 Penguins versus the 0304 Devils. And you can eyeball this and see that clearly, and I even totaled up the defensive totals for each team, even though it doesn't have any factor in the game, but the Penguins total 50 for their 18 play skaters, and the Devils total 68 for their defensive players. And that equates roughly to the standings. I mean, the Penguins were not good in 0304. They were 23 and 47 on the year, and the Devils were 43 and 25 on the year. They were 100 points. So Penguins were our last place team, and the 0304 Devils were in second place. What I do is, so during a game, I keep track of my ODAI down at the bottom of my sheet. So on this very first shift, we're going to have ones and ones. Ones and ones meaning the first forward line, first defensive pair. So I just easily can total the numbers instead of adding up the cards individually on the board. I actually just look at my score sheet and just get a quick total. So if it's first, it's 9 and 4 is 13. So that group on the ice is 13 ODAI defense. So second group on would be 7 and 5, so that'd be 12. So they're actually getting worse. Third and the third line will be 9 and 6, so 15. Then we go to fourth, back up to the 1, so that'll be 14. Then we'll go to back up to the first line, and so then that will be 9 and 5 is 14. So you can see they're floating there between like 14, 15, 13, so not really that good. If you look at the Devils, who led the league in goals against, so you can see they're a little bit better. So their top line's 11, and 7 is 18. So their 18 right away is going to, even a forecheck 2 is going to knock the Penguins down 1. Their second line's 12 and 7, so that's 19. Then the third line gets even tougher defensively. That's going to be 11 and 9, so they're up to a 20 now. So they're going to be knocking them down 2 in a forecheck 2. Fourth line in the first pair will be 18, so again they're knocking them down 1. And just before I get started with this game here, I'm going to, the reason I like the ODAI is the fact that it actually combines the coach's forecheck strategy along with the defensive ratings of the players on the ice. So the coach can say, I want you guys to play forecheck 1, which is kind of like a dumping the puck into the zone and coming back and having maybe like 3 guys on the blue line, kind of like a left wing lock type thing. And that's playing like forecheck 1. So let's say when the Devils have their 20-point ODAI line on the, and they say we're going to play like hold a lead, they're going to knock the Penguins down 3 rows on the forecheck chart. That's going to make it really hard if you're constantly getting knocked down to 3 points, 2 points, 2 rows on that forecheck. Your offensive forwards really have to roll some good numbers, like ones essentially, to get shots on goal in that game. So that's one of the reasons I like the out-of-the-box ODAI, is because it combines the forecheck strategy along with the defensive points to get like how much the players get knocked down. Now, conversely, since you see a lot of like good teams shown online, but if you look at the bad teams, they're actually, so if you get a team like it's like 7, 8, or 9, and they're playing like an aggressive offense, the other team is really going to be going up the chart 3. So they don't have to roll that good to get really good shots on goal. So you could see the, depending on the forecheck and how bad the defense is, you could actually get, you could really go up the chart on those really bad defensive teams. So that's why I kind of like the ODAIs. It kind of combines the defensive ratings along with the forecheck strategy of the coach. I mean, I think it's so fun if you get like a lead with, say, like some of those Canadian 70s teams, like say you get like a 2 or 3 goal lead, and you just go into a lockdown mode for like the 3rd period and like forecheck 1, and they're mostly in that like that 17 to 22. I mean, they are really making life hard on that opposing team. And you can actually see that in a hockey game if a team is really kind of holding on to a lead and just squeezing them, not playing aggressive forecheck and just trying to really squeeze the other team the life out of them. So it's a good time. So let me get a drink of water. And we'll play a little about APBA Hockey. It's kind of fascinating with this team. One other thing I wanted to show for our friend Jason out there, he came up with he has like a express hockey chart he designed based on the current boards. I wanted to show, I think I've showed this on the boards too, but this was the original APBA Hockey game that came out in '93, and it was actually just one board. And you could see right here's the forecheck, over here's the goalie chart, and the back was just like rare plays and the injury chart. So it was just like one chart. You can see there wasn't any separate dump and chase, or there wasn't any separate power plays. It was all the face-off charts about exactly the same, and the ODAI is exactly the same, but everything was all in this one chart. So it was definitely a simpler time back then, in the early 90s with APBA Hockey. But I kind of just wanted to show this off for our friend Jason, that he did that chart. So I'd like to compare what he did versus what APBA originally did. So look, so I intentionally picked this Penguin team because they were really bad. And I remember I was working in downtown Pittsburgh and at the time, and they did not draw hardly any fans to this team. They were pretty terrible. Their defenseman, I think, led them in scoring, at Dick Tarnstrom. And that's pretty bad when your defenseman is like your top scorer. And I think he only had like maybe even single-digit goals. Remember, this was a very like clutch and grab, very low scoring era of hockey, which I kind of really enjoyed. So let's put the top line out there. And then the Penguins are traveling New Jersey in this game. They're going to face the New Jersey Devils in this. Like I said, the Devils were winning cups in this era, and the Penguins were really, this was like towards the end of the Lemieux era, and they were really tanking here. So we're going to focus on the ODAI while we play this. Hopefully my camera doesn't go dead. And we're going to get these players out here. So let's go Paul Martin and Scott Niedermayer. Okay, so face-off, opening face-off. They're both going to be in forecheck 2. So let's take note of the ODAI. So like I said, it was Penguins were a 9 and 4, so they were 13. And the Devils coming out of the gate were 18. So 13 isn't too bad. That's going to keep the Penguins, the Devils will be flat. They're not going to affect the ODAI on a forecheck 2. But the 18 is going to put them in the, they're going to knock the Penguins down 1. So let's roll some dice here, see what happens. Let's get some wild APBA dice. We'll roll right on the board here. So it's a 12, and that's a 23. So on the face-off, so let's see, we got Perjad as a 3. Penguins are actually a +1 on the face-off. So 3 on a +1 is going to be advantage left wing. So that's going to go right to Pittsburgh. I'll have Ryan Malone. Okay, Ryan Malone with the puck here for the Penguins. 21-7. Okay, 7 is block +2. So Scott Niedermayer's a 2. Martin's a 1, so it's 3, 4, 5. So Penguins got to roll a 6 to get a shot. 4, so that's a block shot by New Jersey. And let's get my... I use this other chart, the smaller chart, for the block shot, so I can have a separate block shot chart. I'm not switching books around so much. So I recommend that in all the APBA games. Just pick up an extra book, and you can actually cut back on your chart flipping. I mean, sure, there's other ways you guys can do it, but... Okay, so let's see what happens on the block shot. 9, puck deflects to center, so that's going to go to Scott Gomez. Okay, Scott Gomez with the puck for New Jersey Devils. 35 is a 2. Penguins are flat on the ODAI. Remember, 13. So that's a shot on goal for Scott Gomez. Give him a shot. Okay, and he is a 15 shot range. Wow. This shot range, like I said, this era, very low scoring, very hard to get goals. Oh, he got 12. That's in range. Unbelievable. And the Penguins goalie is Sebastian Caron. He is not good. He is 9 wins, 24 losses on the year. He's got to come up big here in Scott Gomez. He does not. 29. That is a goal right out of the gate. 30 seconds in. And that'll be a goal for Scott Gomez for New Jersey. All right, let's roll for some assists. So this is another part of APBA Hockey drives people nuts, but I don't know. I kind of like it. So let's roll it over here. So let's see what they get. 52 on a 1.7 is 2 assists. And we're going to read it right D, left wing. So let's go right D will be Scott Niedermayer's a 35. Okay, so Niedermayer gets 1. Okay, that's 1 assist. And we're going to left wing Gianta 22. Nope. Patrick Elias. Nope. And we'll go to Paul Martin. 26. Nope. So Niedermayer got 1. Let's go back up to Gianta. Nope. Patrick Elias. Nope. Back to Paul Martin. Nope. Back to Gianta. Nope. See, this is what drives folks nuts. 35. So Patrick Elias gets it. Okay. All right. APBA even gives you a way to do the timing of the goals. So we're going to roll on this timing chart. That's a 44X. So we got another roll on that too. 12 is a 27 off the tick. So 3 seconds into the game. Wow. 3 seconds into the game. So at the 3 second mark, Patrick Scott Gomez lights the lamp that fast. So Penguins are already trailing 1-0, 3 seconds into the game. Face off, 5. Penguins +1, disadvantage right wing. So that's going to go to Brian Gianta. 63 is a 6. And that's going to be a block +1. So they're 1. Dick Tarnstrom's a 1. Rick Jackman's a 2. So it's 1 + 2. And then we're going to add the 1. So that's 1, 3, 4. So Gianta's going to get a shot on a 5 or 6. And he gets a shot off. Okay, so Gianta's going to get a shot. Needs a 22 or less. 45 out of range. So that's going to go to Caron. 15 is a 4. That is a save picked up by left wing X. All right, that's going to go to Ryan Malone for the Penguins. 12 is a 25. That's going to be interceptor right DX. Okay, that's going to go back to Scott Niedermayer. 54 is a 32. That is a physical check, 14. I doubt they're going to get that. This Penguin team's weak. 14. They need to get 14. So we got 1, 2, 5, 9, 10, 11, 14. They got it. Oh, it's the first line. So it's intercepted left wing with an X. Go to Ryan Malone. 12-25. That's going to be intercepted right DX. Goes back to Scott Niedermeyer. 46-31. That is a physical 10. So then we know they got it. So it's intercepted left D. It goes back to Tarnstrom. Since they hit the 14, we know they're a physical 10. So Dick Tarnstrom with the puck for the Penguinis. 14-30. Icing. Defensive zone X. Now that was a 7th sequence. So what I'm going to do here, since it's close to the time, and we already have stoppage and play, just to kind of save the on-the-fly line changes, what I'm going to do is I change lines if it comes within 1 tick of the 8 mark. So, like I said, it comes. The nice thing about that shift changes is that it actually comes out to right about that 20 minutes, which like the average starters play. So, which is really nice. So let's go, let's put the Devils, let's change their line. So and what I do is I keep a stack of the forwards and defensemen. So I just kind of go through like almost like a rotate them through. So we'll go left wing. So we got Friesen, Madden, Breland coming in. And on a defense, so see these two guys go to the bottom of the pile. And then we have, we're going to bring in White and Rafalski. Okay, and then for the Penguins, they're going to change up too. Okay, so we're going to have, for the Penguins, we're going to have Konstantin Koltsov coming out. Konstantin Koltsov is left wing. Then Rico Fata and Landon Wilson. Like I said, this team is very, a bunch of obscure players. This is like the end of the Lemieux, Yager. That's long gone at this point. In Pittsburgh, that's a Brasso. That team was history. Lemieux's still on this team, but I think he barely played. So let's go left. Brooks Orpik and Dan Fote. Okay, so what I do before I start playing is I do the ODAI check. If you remember my sheet, so now we're on 2s and 2s. So I'm going to go to Penguins are 7, you could see, and 5. So that's all. I just got to have 2 numbers. So 7 and 5 is 12. And what I do is I just cross off my 13. I put 12. And then I look at the Devils. And the Devils were 12 and 7. So I got 2s and 2s. So they're 19 now. That just speeds up adding it up. And I always have it notated at the bottom of my sheet. You know, say 13 down to 12. I just do across the last one off and put the next one on. So going into this face-off, I know the Devils are 19. And they're going to be adding 1 to the Penguins still. Now the Penguins are 12. That's getting into the area where the Devils are going to be going up the chart 1 because this defensive prowess of this Penguins team is not good. So let us go to face-off here in front of Seabass. Let's see what we get. Okay, so let's see the top. Rico Fata and John Madden. So Madden's a +2, so it'll be Devils +2. 9 on a +2 is disadvantage center. Okay, so the Penguins win. Defense wins on the face-off. 42 is a 5 on that's a Saga. So I doubt they've got a 42, and they do not. So that is going to be a offsides play, and that's going to be a face-off. Okay, so face-off, Devils +2, 5. It's going to be disadvantage right wing. So that will be Landon Wilson, since the Penguins are disadvantaged on this grouping. Landon Wilson with the puck for Pittsburgh. 34-31 is a pass physical 10. I'm pretty sure the Devils will get that. So let's look at the pass physical 10. So let's see, they're 3, 6, 8, 10. Yep, they got it. So intercept the left D with an X. So Colin White. And let's go to Colin White. So left D with an X. 42 is a 21. Intercept the left wing X. Okay, it goes to Konstantin Koltsov. 54 is a 32. It's a physical 14. I think we just 7, 12. Yep, they got that. So intercept the left wing X. So very physical New Jersey Devils, clutch and grab era, if you might recall. So back to Colin White for the Devils. 35 is a 20. 20, no ODAI check. That's intercepted right DX. Let's go over to Brooks Orpik for the Penguins. 41's a 24. That is an intercept the left DX. Okay, so it's going to go back to Colin White for New Jersey Devils. 32 is a 26. That's intercept the left wing X. Okay, Konstantin Koltsov. You could see the low-scoring neutral zone play, which was reason hockey had to change. The next year after this was the year that was canceled and never had a season. And then when they came back after that lockout, NHL put all those rules in. They allowed them to do like the 3-line passes and everything. So, okay, Koltsov. 24 is a 9. That's a block. Lefty automatically takes possession with no X. So Colin White's getting some action here. 66 is a 2. So remember, Penguins were a 12 ODAI, so they're knocking them up 1. So that 2 goes up to a 1, and Colin White is going to get a shot on goal for the Devils. You could see only 3 shots on goal, none for the Penguins. White's a 12. 24 is out of range. So Sebastian Caron. 33, he's going to line up a shot on goal opponent right D star. So that's going to be Rafalski. Is good. He does have the 12 frequency. So Rafalski's going to get a shot. His shot range is 13. Out of range again. Sebastian Caron. 44 is a 3. This time he gets it over to his center, Rico Fata. With the puck, trying to make a play here. Looking for a good roll, Rico Fata. 11-1. He got a shot on goal. Finally, a first Penguin shot. That 1, if you recall, goes down now to a 2, but that's still a shot on the forecheck 2 chart. So that's going to be a 1 to a 2 is going to be a shot on goal. First Penguin shot, so he has a 21 shot range. Out of range with a 54. Martin Brodeur, 34-31. Shot on goal opponent right wing star, Landon Wilson. He just gets the stopper on it, but it goes over to the left side there. Landon Wilson gets a quick wrist shot on Brodeur, and Landon Wilson's a 15. Like I said, not real good. Oh, but he gets 11. I was just trash talking Landon Wilson, and Martin Brodeur has to answer here. He does with a 33-1 save, picked up by lefty X. Okay, so Colin White now, we're going to have to do a line change. So we're going to do like I said, when I play APBA Hockey, I play it, I look at these rules as like the Torah, like I'm at a synagogue. And these are not open to debate, these rules. So I play straight up dump and chase hockey here. I love it. Now, in the tournaments, they don't use dump and chase, I guess for sake of time savings, but I do. So let's go dump and chase. The first thing we're going to find here is who's going to challenge. So let's see, we got 4, 14. Actually, we didn't do dump and chase. That was just, we just had to roll the change on the fly. So we didn't do the dump and chase yet. So 14, that's going to go over to opposing left wing. And the Devils are going to change up here. We'll go Pandolfo. This is really fun. I hope my camera stays good, so I don't have to like delete this video or something crazy goes awry. So let's go left D. Let's see, Abilene's right D. So Stevens, Abilene. This line is tough. Okay, and then we got third line of who is that? Pandolfo, Victor Kozlov. I could just hear like the Fox hockey announcers on this game. Pandolfo and Kozlov. Stevenson. Some boring Saturday in January or something this game is being played. Alright, so now we're going to do a change on the fly for the Penguins. 21, so that's just going to go to Victor Kozlov, and the Penguins are going to change up here. You can see I just pull my stack out, I just put them right underneath that stack, I just grab the next three guys coming out, the next forward line. So it's Jan Hrdina, not to be confused with Yuri Hrdina. Yep, that's the Penguin guys, that's the New Jersey guys. Let's get the Penguin guys out. So we got Kostopoulos, Kraft, and John Sim. And let's get the Penguins. I think I put them in the New Jersey pile here, which I did. Get those guys out of there, put them back in the Penguin pile. Okay, and the next defensive pair for the Penguins will be Joseph Melikar and Martin Strabik, who I've never heard of, even though I was here in Pittsburgh. Okay, so let's go to... Now, like I said, before I start playing, once I've changed lines, I get the ODAI check just so it doesn't interfere with flow. So I know I got 32 minutes. 3s and 3s, so it's 9 and 6 is 15 now for the Penguins, which has been their best ODAI, but they're still not bumping the Devils down any on their forecheck 2. Now, let's see if I had a 15, but if let's say I wanted to go to forecheck 1 and play like a more of a conservative kind of like a 3 guys on the blue line, like dump and chase type hockey, and not really put a lot of pressure on the Devils. With a 15 ODAI rating, I could knock the Devils forecheck down 1 and play. That just reflects that style play. So if I choose to play this style play, I can knock the Devils down 1. But since we're in a standard forecheck 2, it's flat. So like I said, nothing wrong with how the tweakers do it. I even like that little, I thought that third die that Dave had was pretty cool, actually. And I kind of like that. I'm thinking of how something like that would work with football, because I really think that's the game that needs some individual matchups to come into play. And I know there's been systems done with that, but let's keep going here. So we have a 15 for the Penguins, and the Devils were so 3s and 3s, that's 11 and 9. So now they're 20. Holy mackerel. So the Devils keep getting better and better on defense. Like I said, this team is, like I said, that classic Devils clutch and grab cup winning team. So 20 is, so they're knocking the Penguins down 2. So they're down 2. So Penguins defense has the Devils flat. Devils defense is knocking them down 2. They got the pretty good 5 and 2 clearing rating of 7. So Kozlov with the puck, 65-29. So 29 is an interceptor left DX. Okay, going to Joseph Melikar for the Penguins, 15-7. 7's a block plus 2. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, plus 2's 4, 5. So Melikar gets a shot on a 6. Blocked by the Devils. What happens with it? 9. It goes to the center. Victor Kozlov. 52-27. That's an intercepted center X. That's going to Milan Kraft. Remember him. He got a pretty decent shot range, 24. 61-16. Now that's going to be an ODAI check also, because 16 falls in that ODAI check range. So that's 16 that Kraft rolls is with the Devils. Remember, they're knocking them down 2 with that 19. So that would be 19. So 16 goes down to an 18. And that goes just to intercepted right wing. So we went from an intercepted left wing to intercepted right wing X. But like where that would come into play is like if you got like a play result 14, like on these charts, if you got like a play result like 14 and you were going against a +2, like a ODAI was knocking down 2, instead of getting a pass and a possible shot, you would be knocked down to like an intercepted left wing, so they would steal the puck. So you could see like on these results, like at 14 result, would really knock it down. So another thing you can think of on this ODAI is, for example, with the Devils, I'm just going to remember what's going on here. 61-16, so that was intercepted right wing X. So Albeling has it. But looking at this Devils, so like they're at a 20 right now, like, and they have a 1-goal lead in this game. So if they want to say, okay, we're going to shut you down, Penguins, I'm going to say as a coach, I'm going to say forecheck 1. And you're at a 20, I'm knocking you down 3 points at that point. So think of how hard that would be. So what I'll do here, I'm going to actually, just for fun, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to say that the Devils coach going into this line, running 3 techs in, so we'll say the Devils did say forecheck 1, which you can do in this game. So let's say we're forecheck 1 for the Devils, and we're going to knock the Penguins down 3, and you'll see how hard it is for the Penguins now. So Albeling, 54 is a 32. That is physical 14. I don't think they have that. It's 5, 9, 12. Oh, they do have that. So the Penguins are a little bit scrappy here. Intercepted left wing, so they get the physical check. So left wing, I look at this physical check as like you got check, like those crunching checks off the puck. So we'll say Kostopoulos checks Albeling off the puck with a big hit on the boards there. Kostopoulos comes away with it for the Penguins. 42's a 5. Oh, here we go. So Devils, forecheck 1 with 20 ODAI points is knocking the Penguins down 3. 42-5. Now, if that was like a flat, that would be almost like a shot on goal, assist. But if I'm knocking them down 3, they're going all the way down to a 7. So 5 to a 7. We'll say block +2. So instead of a saga result, they're getting the much worse shot block +2. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots on a 6. Nope. Blocked by New Jersey. So you can see the difference there. 8 is a puck deflects into the crowd for a defensive zone face-off. X. So face-off down in front of Martin Brodeur. And let's see, this grouping is a, let's see, Kozlov's a 3, Kraft's a 2, so this is going to be Devils +1. 10 on a +1, disadvantaged center. So that's going to go to Milan Kraft on offense wins. Okay, Penguins keep it in the zone here on the offense. Let's see what they can do. Milan Kraft, 56-33 on the offense wins is a coincidentals 2-8, face-off 9-12. 2-8 coincidentals. Okay, so another thing I do by the book is penalties. So what we're going to do, so Milan Kraft's going to go out. I know that for sure. That's an X. All right, so we're going to go 2 minutes for Kraft at least. That was on a 33. Okay, he has a very low min rating. So let's see. We're going to go look at the lowest or highest mins. They don't have a lot of penalties here. So we have a 24, 11, and a 14. So we're going to start with Stevenson's 24. See if he can do a little pushing and shoving and get Stevenson to go to the box too. Kraft and Stevenson. No, he does not. 51. So you got to get 24 or less. Next hothead is Scott Stevens, 14. No, I guess I need 14 or less. Last chance is Victor Kozlov's 11. Nope. So since the Devils had no one go off there, Milan Kraft's going to go off for 2 minutes, and the Devils are going to have a power play. Let's see the time of that penalty. 44 is an X, 35. 10 seconds off the tick, so it's 12, 11, 10:50 of the first. Okay, Milan Kraft's going to go out. So let's go for the PK. So we're going to put the Kraft back. We're just going to keep these guys out there. And let's go to, I just want to check one thing, make sure there's no like extra like double minors or anything with that. Let's see, 33. Okay, so if I roll 51 or 66, 51 to 66 would be double minor. Nope. Okay, so at 33, so if that min was 0, he would have had a chance of not even having a penalty there. So let's do this Devils power play. So what I do and how I handle that on the sheet is I just count 4 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be 2 minutes of ice time. So there's 4 sequences there. We're going to try to win. So the Penguins are going to try to kill 4 sequences of power play. So let's go to the face-off. Kozlov is going to be a +3. So this is going to be very difficult for the Penguins. We're going to work on the power play chart. It's an 8 on a +3 is advantage right wing. So we're going to go right to Turner Stevenson. Okay, and he's going to roll on the special teams chart. Now the adjustments for the team, so let's see, so Penguins PK is -1, or New Jersey's PK is -1, and their power play is -1, and their PK, so Devils will be down 1 on their, so they probably weren't a good power play team, so they're going to lose 1 on their shot range if they get shots. 11-1, so that's a shot on goal. Now, you automatically add 2, so Stevenson's a 31 shot range. Adding 2 is a 33, but down 1 for the roster sheet adjustments. That's a 32 or less. Let's give him a shot. Stevenson right out of the gate here. 46 is out of range. Go to Sebastian Caron. 16 to 28. 28 is a save, shot on goal, 4th high shot frequency, check clearing. So let's check the clearing first. So so clearing for the Penguins is Sturback's a 3, Melikar's a 3, so 6. So I got to roll higher than 6. 7, so he does get the shot, the 4th highest shot frequency. So that would be, let's see, looks like that is Scott Stevens. 13 shot range, 52 up to a 12, 14 is out of range. 54, 32, so that's going to be a shot on goal opponent left D. Okay, his frequency is 11, so he has to roll 11 or less. He does not, so he just has the puck here. So Scott Stevens, 55 is a 4, and that's going to be most likely a shot, and it is shot on goal tip-in. Okay, so Stevens with a slapper from the point. Let's do a tip-in check. So we're going to use this red die first. We're going to go to, see, this determines who's going to be in front of the net trying to tip it in. So it'll be the player with the second highest I rating, not Scott Stevens. So second highest I is a 6, 7, 7, 3. So one of these 7 guys. So let's give it to Stevenson. He's got that 31 range. And a 1. So Stevens takes the shot. Stevens takes the shot. Stevenson is trying to get his stick on there. He's screening Caron. And we're gonna go a 1 on the on his 7 I rating, which is no rebound. Goalie smothered puck for defensive zone face-off. So nice play by Sebastian Caron. Face-off, and that was a one-time sequence. So they killed, the Penguins won that one. So I always feel like they won or lost. So Penguins won that sequence. And so they just got to kill 3 more here. Let's go Pens. Let's see if the Penguins can kill this power play. 12 on a +3. Disadvantage right D. So that goes to Sturback. He's going to roll on a defense, or he's rolling on a shorthanded chart since they're shorthanded. 13-22. No, he's going to lose that to the center, Kozlov, with no time sequence, which is one of the fun things of how APBA does power plays is you don't get that X to kill the time, so it like excruciatingly goes back to the other team, but the power play remains and no X occurs. Kozlov 29 is a intercepted lefty X, so that is so the Penguins kill another one. So Penguins have won 2 now, haven't let up a goal on the power play. So 1 minute left in the power play. Melikar 66-1. That's gonna be a shorthanded shot at least. 1. Melikar is gonna get a shot. 12 or less. Ooh, 33 out of range. So Brodor's gonna get a normal save. So Melikar with the quasi breakaway on the shorthanded gets a shot. Brodor 16 is a 28. That's gonna go to the 4th highest shot frequency, check clearing. So the Devils are playing some defense here on the power play. They're getting some boos here. Brendan Byrne Arena. 7, got to get Penguins got to get higher than a 7. They do not. So the Stevens Abilene clear that puck out, and that's going to be an X. And they got 1 more sequence left, and that's going to be a face-off down in front of Brodor. 8 on a +3 is advantage right wing, so that's going to go to Stevenson. 30 seconds, 1 tick left on the power play here for the Devils. 31 is a 5. Save picked. Actually, that's a shot on goal. Stevenson. So he's going to add 1. So he's a 32. .22. That's going to be in range. Caron is going to have to stand on his head here. 16, he does not. 28, that is a goal. Power play goal for the Devils. 2-0 as it goes over to New Jersey. On the last X of the power play, Stevenson gets one off and scores for New Jersey. 22, so they're going to get 2 assists on this play. Let's see who got them. 26. Let's see, that would be center. Start with the center. So 31, Kozlov gets 1. So Stevenson from Kozlov. And the other one is going to be right wing, lefty. So Stevenson. So Stevenson from Kozlov and Stevens. And time of the goal. 43 is 18 off the tick, so that's 20, 13, 12, 32. 12:32 the first. Devils go up 2-0 on the